These incredibly striking, highly revealing, and often quite shocking before and after photographs vividly highlight a new reality in the entertainment industry. Several prominent celebrities appear increasingly preoccupied with, and perhaps heavily reliant on, modern weight loss injectables like Ozempic to maintain their glamorous public image. Throughout the decades, from the golden age of television and cinema to today, Hollywood has always been heavily obsessed with the relentless pursuit of physical perfection. However, this current trend of using prescription metabolic treatments has sparked a massive wave of conversation across the country, from our living rooms to the entertainment industry as a whole. Longtime fans are noticing just how rapidly and drastically these familiar stars are altering their figures. We are now officially beginning our deep dive into these truly dramatic, visible, and highly controversial physical transformations that have taken the entire Hollywood scene completely by surprise over the last several months. It seems the enduring pressure to remain forever young and slender has ushered in an unprecedented era of quick medical interventions. To start this detailed investigation into the modern injectable craze and its profound effects on the world's biggest stars, we will begin our journey by looking closely at the evolution of a familiar name, Christina Aguilera. Having watched her grow from a young pop sensation in the late 90s into a mature woman, audiences have seen her appearance naturally fluctuate over the decades, yet her recent astonishing slim down has left everyone talking about the lengths to which today's stars will go. 1. Christina Aguilera. When we think of Christina Aguilera, many of us recall the powerhouse vocalist who first captured America's heart in the late 90s. Throughout her long and illustrious career, Christina has been celebrated not only for a breathtaking vocal range that rivals the classic greats, but also for her naturally curvaceous, beautifully feminine figure. For years, she proudly embraced a fuller, womanly silhouette that resonated with countless fans who appreciated her authenticity. However, practically overnight, the pop icon re-emerged into the spotlight looking drastically different. She suddenly appeared roughly 15 years younger, sporting a razor-thin physique that left audiences utterly astonished. Rather than a gradual, natural slim down, this transformation was incredibly rapid, extreme in its nature, and highly indicative of today's modern Hollywood standards. Observers noted that her appearance felt noticeably hollowed out. The natural, youthful softness that once defined her facial features seemed to have vanished almost entirely. Longtime admirers and concerned onlookers alike weren't exactly using the phrase healthy glow to describe this startling new look. Instead, the public and social media platforms quickly dubbed her dramatically altered state Ozempic chic, a nod to the controversial, widespread trend of celebrities relying on prescription injections to shed pounds instantly. While there is no denying that she presents a striking and meticulously sculpted aesthetic, one cannot help but pause and wonder, at what actual cost to her overall well-being does this come? The contrast is so remarkably stark that it has left many people seriously questioning the extreme modern methods behind such a rapid physical change. 2. Kelly Clarkson. Since capturing the nation's heart as the very first winner of American Idol more than 2 decades ago, Kelly Clarkson has always been refreshingly candid about her fluctuating weight. For years, she endeared herself to older and younger fans alike through her down-to-earth honesty regarding body image, motherhood, and the pressures of fame. However, her most recent physical transformation hit the public quite differently than her previous weight shifts. While busy hosting her hit daytime television show and balancing her demanding musical career, including her recent move to New York and live performances, Kelly dropped a highly noticeable amount of weight in an extremely rapid time frame. Suddenly, her entire frame appeared significantly smaller, and her facial structure became far sharper than the familiar, softer look audiences had grown accustomed to. Naturally, public speculation completely exploded online. The timing of this dramatic change lined up perfectly with what is now widely recognized as Hollywood's new era of prescription weight loss injections. To her credit, Kelly has looked genuinely radiant, confident, and deeply happy in her recent appearances. Yet, longtime viewers could not ignore just how quickly this profound transformation occurred. The internet connected the dots almost instantly, linking her new silhouette to the medical trends dominating the industry. Proving the public's instincts correct, Kelly recently maintained her trademark transparency by confirming she did, in fact, utilize a doctor-prescribed medication to aid her health journey. Ultimately, her rapid transformation continues to fuel an ongoing national conversation about the evolving standards of celebrity beauty. 3. Jessica Simpson. When looking back at the pop culture landscape of the early 2000s, few names were as ubiquitous as Jessica Simpson. From her days as a chart-topping singer to her evolution into a highly successful fashion mogul, Jessica has spent the better part of 2 decades living under a relentless media microscope. For years, she has been heavily scrutinized for every natural fluctuation in her body. A public trial she has openly admitted is profoundly exhausting to endure on a daily basis. Recently, however, the beloved star stepped out looking drastically different, presenting a frame that is dramatically thinner than the public has ever seen. What immediately caught everyone's attention was her noticeably sunken and somewhat gaunt facial structure. We are not simply talking about the results of a dedicated gym routine or the slender look that comes from a traditional balanced diet. This specific aesthetic is what observers frequently refer to as Hollywood thin. It is the kind of extreme and rapid weight loss that causes long-time, genuinely concerned fans to stop and ask, is she actually doing okay? When you place her before and after photographs side by side, the physical disparity is truly jarring. Unsurprisingly, it did not take long for intense Ozempic rumors to trail her every public appearance after these images surfaced online. As this unprecedented era of pharmaceutical weight management continues to reshape the entertainment industry, it leaves us with much to consider. What are your thoughts on these drastic celebrity transformations? Please share your perspective in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more thoughtful updates. 4. Ariana Grande. When we consider the incredible trajectory of Ariana Grande, from a bright-eyed teenage television star to one of the world's most successful vocalists and the lead in the highly anticipated Wicked films, we see a young woman who has grown up entirely in the public eye. Ariana has always been known for her naturally petite and delicate stature. However, her most recent public appearances have sparked incredibly serious concerns among her massive global fan base and older observers alike. Recently, audiences could not help but notice a stark difference in her appearance. Observers have pointed out her noticeably thinner arms, a frame that appears more fragile than ever before, and facial features that are far more sharply defined. Rather than engaging in typical tabloid gossip, the public discourse has been filled with genuine worry. Many are sincerely asking if she is truly healthy and managing the unrelenting pressures of her monumental career. Speculation has been rampant. Is this rapid change due to immense stress, demanding lifestyle shifts, or the pervasive trend of Hollywood weight loss injections? To her credit, Ariana gracefully and bravely addressed these widespread concerns herself. She gently reminded the public that the healthier, past version of her body they were comparing her to was actually her at her absolute lowest point, both physically and emotionally. Her heartfelt plea for kindness and less scrutiny over women's bodies adds a profound, sobering layer to this ongoing national conversation about Hollywood's current, often unforgiving aesthetic standards. 5. Lana Del Rey. Known for her moody, cinematic music that deeply channels the nostalgic glamour of 1950s and 60s Americana, Lana Del Rey is an artist who has always marched to the beat of her own drum. Over the past few years, Lana underwent a highly public and much-discussed body evolution. For a significant period of time, she appeared to confidently and beautifully embrace a much fuller, more natural figure, seemingly rejecting the rigid, often unforgiving sizing standards of the modern entertainment industry. However, the acclaimed singer-songwriter recently stepped out looking drastically altered, seemingly reversing that physical transformation at an astonishingly rapid pace. The shift was so sudden that it caught the entire entertainment world and her devoted fan base completely by surprise. Her facial structure appeared to change almost overnight, losing its previous softness, while her body leaned out so significantly that onlookers immediately clocked the startling difference. To many seasoned observers, this specific, accelerated rate of weight loss looked far more like a medical or pharmaceutical reaction than a gradual health journey achieved through traditional methods of diet and exercise. The whispers and rumors began circulating almost immediately. It is widely speculated that her new look perfectly mirrors the actions of everyone else in Hollywood who has jumped on the pervasive Ozempic wave. It is an undeniably striking shift from the authentic, fuller-figured version of herself she presented just a short time ago, making this dramatic transformation truly impossible for the public to ignore as new photographs continue to circulate nationwide. 6. Sharon Osborne. Last but certainly not least, we must discuss a woman who needs no introduction to longtime television viewers, the famously outspoken Sharon Osborne. For decades, from her family's groundbreaking reality series The Osbournes to her long tenure on daytime television's The Talk, Sharon has built an enduring career on her refreshing, no-nonsense transparency. Unsurprisingly, she stands completely unique on this list because she is openly admitting to using Ozempic to achieve her dramatic weight loss. True to form, Sharon has been brutally honest about the serious, unforeseen downsides of relying on this prescription medication long-term. While she certainly shed a massive amount of weight, she recently confessed to the public that she unfortunately went much too far. The medication caused her face to lose a significant amount of its natural, youthful volume, a side effect often dubbed Ozempic face. Furthermore, her body struggled for an extended period to stabilize its weight. She has openly stated in recent interviews that she actually regrets how extreme her final results became, warning that she became entirely too thin and couldn't stop losing weight. Today, she stands as the ultimate cautionary tale. She is a walking warning sign for the rest of the entertainment industry, many of whom quietly continue to pretend their sudden transformations are purely the result of simple diet and exercise. As Hollywood seems to be getting thinner by the minute, the very real physical cost of this pharmaceutical trend is undeniably starting to show. What is your perspective on these drastic Hollywood changes? Please share your thoughts in the comments below, and kindly like this video and subscribe to our channel to join our growing community. 7. Kendall Jenner. As a prominent member of the Kardashian-Jenner family, a television dynasty that has heavily dictated American beauty standards for nearly 2 decades, Kendall Jenner has always stood out. It is important to remember that long before prescription injections like Ozempic became a viral phenomenon across modern social media platforms like TikTok, Kendall was naturally blessed with the statuesque height and inherently lean frame of a classic high-fashion runway model. For years, her naturally slender silhouette was simply the industry standard. However, following several recent Global Fashion Week appearances, seasoned onlookers noticed she looked drastically slimmer than her already delicate baseline. Almost immediately, public speculation regarding her health and habits began to run rampant. Side-by-side comparison photographs, contrasting her appearance in early 2022 to her most recent runway walks, have spread like wildfire. Concerned observers and media outlets alike have suggested that this specific, accelerated change is not merely the result of clean eating or a rigorous new exercise routine. While Kendall herself has never publicly confirmed the use of any weight loss medication, the intense national conversation surrounding her highlights a deeply troubling cultural shift. It powerfully demonstrates just how entirely warped our collective expectations have become. When an actual professional supermodel, someone whose very livelihood relies on fitting into exceptionally strict designer sample sizes, appears to succumb to the pressure to become even thinner, one must question the current state of Hollywood. It is a stark, sobering reflection of the relentless and often unforgiving beauty standards placed upon women in the spotlight today. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to press like, Share the video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next exciting stories. Your support is our motivation to keep bringing you even more great content. See you in the next video.